And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reading is going to be your one-to-one for the month of December. One-to-one is a style of reading that I do that examines the direct relational dynamic between person A and person B. One-to-one, what's going on between these two. As a caveat to this style of reading, two main things. The first, although they get called love readings a lot, I hesitate to call them that because it ain't always lovely. Right? We examine good and bad, rain and sunshine. Everything that's on the table will be read out. That's how we do tarot here. The second is it doesn't always have to be about love. Promise you. It can be about a friend, coworker, family member dynamic, etc. Just what's the most prevalent thing that's coming up for you between you and this person. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even when it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to purposefully misguide you. That's not why I do what I do here. Although I do like to believe I'm good at what I do. Let's just talk about everything and lay our cards on the table. So follow along with me in your read today, Gemini. One-to-one for the month of December. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. You're going to be over here. Your person's going to be over here. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, from Gemini in this read. What do we need to see from the Gemini collective within this read today? Between Gemini and their person, what's going on? That's a break. Could just be bad shuffling, who knows, but if it's meant to break too much, then that's where I gotta stop it. Because this deck, above all the three decks that I use and reads, tends to not break almost, if at all. So, on your end, 10 of Pentacles, the foundation of the rest of life. On their end, 9 of Wands, the freedom of pursuit. I don't know why that is kind of hitting me different, because normally how I would read that, Gemini, is that this is what I want, this is what the tree of life has shown me. The experiences from the past, the people that we're meeting, etc. This is where I want to be, right? The 10 of Pentacles in a one-to-one read. Now, how does that person play into it? Here, the 9 of Wands represents the freedom of movement, right? Where does the spirit go? We let it wander, we let it fly. I don't know if that's with you or towards you. And that's the part that I'm having hesitation with, is you're saying solidly, this is what I want. This person is saying on their end, yeah, I want fulfillment. Okay, so in what direction? Is that with me? Is that with somebody else? Is that you just being solo, doing your own thing, right? So I don't know if there's a conflict happening between you and this person, but you've pretty much, you laid down the gauntlet and said, this is what it is, this is where I stand, and I'm not budging on that. On their end, just trying to understand why they're insisting on the notion of freedom. What does that mean between you and them? Okay, fair enough. Now that we've seen each individual person reveal the fronts and backs, the fronts being what's said between you and this person, Gemini, what's being directly communicated. The backs, what is being left in the unsaid and potentially the unknown. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Fronts and backs for the one-to-one read of Gemini. Okay. The Hangman. So we're in patient observation when it comes to this person. Why so? Trying to remain optimistic. Okay. Well, I mean, if that's the dynamic, then why do you feel like you're waiting? Okay. On their side, the Empress giving the best version of themselves in regards to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. that hopefully the only constant in the universe is change. I guess the reason that I am having some hesitation here, because there's clearly a proposition that this person wants to or can do better, or is trying to suggest something in your dynamic between you and them, Gemini, is that, hey, um, I want to trust that you're saying the right thing and the good thing, but I am in observation because, again, that Ten of Pentacles is saying, you're not budging on this. This is where I see it. This is where I want to move. This is who I want to be, right? This is what I see for the scheme of my life. How do you fit into that? And so that hangman saying, yeah, you're saying this stuff, like your lips are moving, but I have to actually see what's going on here. Now, they're communicating to you the best of who and what they are, and hopefully that time will change these things. However, that doesn't represent the level of freedom and mobility that the Knight of Wands is trying to show. So if they're saying that that movement is towards you, why are you in observation? If they're saying that the movement is towards you, but they display different patterns that suggest it goes in a different direction, why are you in observation? If that movement is away from you and they're saying that this is the best of what they got, why are you in observation? The question isn't them. The question is, why are you in observation? Right. And so that wheel of fortune, but behind everything, time built into this dynamic, hoping that maybe things will change if we just give it more time or give it a shot. Well, there's a reason it's causing this level of distrust with you, Gemini, because again, we took all of that and we gave it a page. These big grandiose concepts, what I want out of life, the best of me, what time has to offer, the freedom of everything that could be. And we said, we turned that grandiose fire into a match. I'm not saying that you 100% distrust this person. I'm also not saying that you 100% trust them either. You're waiting to see, are they actually genuine for whatever they're trying to plan in regards to how it fits into your life? In every situation, it comes back to that hangman. We're watching, we're waiting. Okay. And positions, reveal each individual position. So Gemini in this read, they're one-to-one. Between them and their person, where does each other stand? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. For Gemini in this read today. Okay. And you're in. This is what I'm talking about. Page of Cups. Again, happy-go-lucky kind of disposition, but we took these big grandiose concepts, all these promises and everything that's being saying, your lips are moving, but I'm still watching you. On their end, Four of Swords, the notion of rest and relaxation, that these things come with time. So they're not worried, and you're not necessarily coming from a space of, desperation, Gemini, but I'm still watching, right? In other words, whatever kind of thing they're trying to convince you of, it's causing you to have, I don't want to say complete and absolute withdrawal, but rather emotional minimization, where we took these good feelings, these good concepts, and we just shrunk them down and say, okay, I will believe you when you do it. Because again, I told you what I want out of this. Between you and I could be, it's leaning more towards a lovers, haha, your sign, a lovers dynamic between you two, but it still represents the same base principle, even if it wasn't. Your lips are moving. Now I'm observing what that actually means. Underneath it all, Hierophant, the card of Taurus. And so, not backing down, not budging, you're going to see this process through. That is abundantly clear. The question isn't if, the question is why. Because you're in a state of observation for a reason. They've proposed an idea that may not have sat with you very well, or they are, whoever this person is to you, Gemini, is saying that, no, it'll work out. It'll all happen in the best way possible in accordance. Just give it some time, Okay, I'm watching you. Seconds are ticking. Right. So you're just, again, in a state of observation. Now, two individual parties on the board. Let's examine what's going on in between. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. What is shared between Gemini and their person in this one-to-one read? What are the cards we need to see, please, between Gemini and their person, one-to-one read today? What goes down the middle? Bridging gap between. Queen of Wands. Okay. Because again, I think that both parties are trying to embrace it in the best ways that they know how. Does that mean it's adding up to you in particular, Gemini? No. But this is also the best of what you have to give. Right? The Sun. Okay, one, the happiest of how life can work out between us or for the both of us, depending on what context this is. Temperance, the card Sagittarius. And moving forward, hey, if we are in temperance and this is the mode that we're operating into, what does that mean when we trust that time will reveal the best ways possible? Nine of Wands, we'll get out what we put in. Hopefully, at least that's the intentionality. It could just, wear us out and wear us thin. But hey, I'm giving what I got. On your end, you're watching. On their end, they're saying trust in whatever I'm saying. Four of Wands. Okay, now this is definitely a relationship. Between you and I, a deeper bond that could be had or could be built. What does that genuinely mean? Down the middle, saying that you want each other in each other's lives. My question then becomes, Gemini, why do you have such minimizing patterns with them? Right? This is what you want in the grandiose scheme. Do you or do you not fit into it? Sometimes the toughest questions have the simplest answers. Because right now you're still in a state of observation. You want to trust in what they're saying. You want to trust in everything. And simultaneously, I'm not getting the vibe that you necessarily trust it. At least part of you wants to. The question isn't if, the question is why. Hermit, card of Virgo, can we heal this? Can we make it go right? With the best of ourselves and the knowledge that we have and the wisdom that we have accrued, what can we do rightfully by this? Okay. Define the major arcana strewn across the table. We will start with the Hanged Man on Gemini's side in their one-to-one read. What's going on between them and their person? Define the Hanged Man. Boom, King of Wands. And so, yeah, I'm going to do the best by what is shown to me. If you show me better, we can get better. If you want to do differently, we can do differently. I need to see it. That's why you're saying the best thing I can do right now is not just jump on board with everything that you're saying, at least for this person that you're in connection with, Gemini. You're saying the best thing that I can do, talk about it, be about it. You're not budging on that. And I think that's good for you because that's a boundary. You're standing your ground. Cool. Like that. Let's go to the Empress next. Define that Empress. Okay. What does the Empress mean within this reading? That's a block. Okay. Diving deeper into the one-to-one read for Gemini. Ooh. Okay. This is the Ace of Cups, and it fell out in the reverse. And maybe that's why that Nine of Wands is there. Yeah. So if the Ace of easy, if you want to learn more about the cards individually before we start doing reads, I have a playlist on my channel called Learn With Me, where we examine, hey, what's the core meaning of all 78 cards? So go check that out. We have the aces out at the time of recording. The Ace of Cups, aces represent new or renewal at their core meaning, a journey start, what elements do we need to bring along with us. Our cup runneth over, right? You can see even in this card, a cup is being held with water pouring out of it because it's so fulfilled. In the reverse, we're running on empty. And that's why that Nine of Wands is there. We can't fake what's going on here. And that's why you're so distrusting of the Gemini. That makes so much sense. Um, the love ain't the same, but I still care for you. What? I said what I wanted the rest of our lives to look like, and you're saying, well, yeah, we could work it out. That's what? Right? What you're looking at, Gemini, and that's why, again, you're just sitting there kind of in a flabbergasted state. It makes sense why you have that King of Wands behind the hangman there, because I'm like, at least in the initial spread on what was going on, I was kind of questioning, okay, well, why are we minimizing this so much? The Ace of Cups in the reverse, that tells a lot. They're saying the best of them is going to be, we're going to be together and happy, even though my feelings are not the same here. If 1 + 1 = 2, right? What I am saying is that, and that's why that Nine of Wands is there. You want the freedom to pursue something else, and meanwhile having me, something is not right here. And I don't know what's going on with that person or what they told you, Gemini, but yeah, that became kind of what? Between you and whoever this person is, how can you tell me that you want fulfillment and the best of everything that it has to offer with me, and simultaneously tell me that your cup is empty? That you could work on it internally and fix it. Either it is or it isn't right now. I gave you a blueprint of what I want, and you're saying, what are you saying? And so this makes sense, again, why that hangman is there, because you're saying your lips are moving. What do words mean? Okay, so that Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Justice, card of Libra. That the process will work itself out eventually. Card ahead of the horse here. What does this person want? Happiness here between one person and another comes with intentionality. What is going on between you and this person, Gemini? That's the part I'm trying to understand. Okay? To the Sun. The Magician, that we can manifest the happiest of what each of us individually has ever been. To the Temperance. More Temperance, that time will fix this, that time can heal all. The thing is, time also involves people and choice. Temperance matching Temperance is really good energy because it opens up so much possibility, but it purely relies on the notion that if we just wait a little bit, everything can change. I think this person already established that they're skipping over a key element here, which is their emotional unfulfillment with dynamic. And that's where we have to work from. Not that, time's is going to take care of everything. You admitted out loud that, and I'm talking about your person, Gemini, you admitted out loud that this, whatever it is that we got going, is not fulfilling you. But no, if I just, give me a week, give me some months, and I'll get over it. No, you sit with it right now. Because that's what's impacting, that's what's making me go into observation mode and putting you under a telescope and a microscope. I need you to actually understand the gravity of what you're telling me. Okay? Whew. That's frustrating. Okay, this all makes sense now. Resolution, reveal cards of resolution between Gemini and their person. Let's hold in the space of resolution for Gemini in this read today. What's going on here? Six of Pentacles, a long-term investment where we put in everything every day to make it work. Nine of Pentacles, work, work, work. However, and this is why I guess I find some hesitation as you read it, Gemini, why are we saying the relationship is all work? It goes back to that Ace of Cups in the reverse, the thing that's making you so unsettled about whatever is being proposed right now. Underneath it all, Hermit, the card of Virgo. We're going to see if we can fix this. But I see these two hermits as clashing. One relies on the notion that we have all tools in our collective toolkit between you and I to make this relationship, to make this dynamic heal and work out for the best. And the other, these are two hermits in different directions. The other hermit is saying that, no, I'm having my emotional distance from you right now for a reason. There's a reason my fire is not as grandiose, but my observation is bigger than my fire. There's a reason my emotional feeling about this is so small and so minimized, because I told you exactly what I wanted from this from us. These are two different hermits of two different opinions. So which one is the right path for you? I want you to find that out for yourself, Gemini. Here's what I see in your read. You and the person that you're in a dynamic with are hoping that time will change a current level of unfulfillment, that while whether or not it was said, it was kind of glossed over, right? Especially from that person's perspective. They admitted out loud that they're not happy, but if we just give it a little bit of time, everything can work out. And I think the issue that I'm having with that is that when we put that ourselves into a state of observation and just how much we had to react to it and minimize our own feelings, I told you exactly what I wanted, point by point, boom, boom, boom. This is what life could be between us. And you're saying that you don't want that, but that if we waited a little bit longer, your emotions would change. We're putting the cart ahead of the horse there. And so the best thing that you can do for yourself, at least in your opinion, Gemini, is put yourself into a state of observation. A, I can't believe you even said that to me. But B, more than A, okay, well, if that's what you think and that's what you really feel, I'll give you the time and space to do it. But you ain't getting the best expression of me not after you said what you said, right? You genuinely believe that process. Do you even believe what you're saying? And that's why, for my own best interest, I'm kind of withdrawing right now. It's not a total and absolute withdrawal, but I do hope for the best. And do you genuinely want to be on that journey with me? That's the question. So that's what I see in your read today, Gemini. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, two different hermits, two different opinions. We had the tools to fix everything, or I'm taking the position that I am for a reason. Operate with the one that you trust more. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.